Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is the Friday 15.
What's
I
up,
just did.
everybody?
I did that with my mouth.
15.
Welcome back, Mindset to Mike. Jimmy over here.
Friday 15. Happy Friday, everybody. It's Drew over here. Hope you're fucking kicking ass today. Hope you're out there feeling happy, feeling lively, getting shit done.
Don't take Friday off, man. Everybody likes to take Friday off. Friday's your opportunity. You know what I mean? Everybody else is acting all sleepy on Friday. It's the weekend. I might as well take it easy. I've been going hard this week. What happens if you go harder on Friday while everybody else is going slower?
Oh, double up.
Double up, man. What an opportunity. Just letting it slip by, though. Probably drinking beers on your lunchtime or something creepy.
Just trying to get through.
Well, it's ridiculous, man. Get fired up about it. What's up, Drew, man? How you doing on this Friday?
It's been a pretty productive week. You know, I didn't travel this week, so it's nice being home, getting work stuff done, getting this podcast stuff done, getting these legs back fired up for this challenge.
Oh, we'll see,
good,
man. Looking forward to the update. You probably might even be dunking already, man.
Maybe
Time is flying by.
Maybe that last week was just a decoy.
Oh, you sick son of a bitch. Would you agree it's flying by, though?
It is, man. It's like, damn, I only got 1 week left.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be in Texas all next week, Monday through Friday. So that's
interesting.
It's going to be tough.
It's all right, man. So let's talk about some stuff, man. It's Friday 15. Keep it light. Keep it high level. We can talk about some what are we going to talk about?
Well, I just listened to a recent podcast. I don't even remember who it was on because I listen to so much shit. I always get things mixed up. But it's basically kind of about self-worth, man. So I just want to talk about that for a little bit and like defining it. So self-worth is like similar to like self-esteem, but not exactly. So self-worth is more of like who you are as a person, you know, the deep emotional thoughts and feelings that you have. It's all like internal stuff. Like that's self-worth. Like at the end of the day, you know, if you were to lose like your house, your, you know, physical belongings or, you know, stuff like that, like what do you have left like in you that makes you who you are? That's your self-worth. So a lot of people try and base that on, you know, the opinions of others. Like you are not defined by anyone else's opinion. You should know that for like firsthand. That does not define who you are. You know, and people seek like external factors and like comparison to them, you know, comparing themselves to other people, whether it be like their grades, their sports, their work, where they're at in their work life, how much money they make. You know, a lot of that shit is irrelevant when it comes to your self-worth. Like you should be focused on, you know, you kind of got to challenge like your inner critic because, you know, aside from everyone else's opinion, you have your own of yourself, and which can be pretty damaging. And so, you know, if you feel like you're not worthy enough, and a lot of that stems to, kind of ties into that book that I just started. What is it? Damn, I already forgot the name of the book, bro.
Damn. It's like, do you even read books?
Why can I not think of it?
That's your brain. You need a nicotine stick, man. Put
falling apart.
Put tobacco wood in your mouth, man.
How can I not think of this book, dude? I just was listening to it today.
Well, while you figure that out, on the point of what you were just saying, if you think, you know, people, it bugs me when people think poorly about themselves, and I know like a lot goes into that, and you know, your self-worth can be low because of all these other different factors, some outside of your control. Which I kind of disagree with that. It's all within your control, because the only thing you can control is yourself. But like the world is set up where there's a lot of people out there that probably, you know, they probably want you to feel bad about yourself. And if they don't want you to, they like, because they're striving to be better than you and they want to feel good about themselves. So they put you down. There's a lot of that out there. Be lying if we said that wasn't true. But so if you got all that going on, you got all these people that you come in contact with every day that probably want to feel better than you. Why on earth would you jump in the pile with them and like shit on yourself?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, You're like your one true advocate. Like you should be fighting against all that.
Right. That's the difference, man. For one, being able to separate yourself from the opinions of others, and then recognizing that we all have like issues, like internal issues and internal battles. So where I was going with that was the book's called Claim Your Power.
There it is.
Yeah. So he suggests like everyone has some type of deep emotional trauma or something that they were exposed to when they were younger that kind of triggers their actions and how their thought processes, you know, as they become an adult. Like maybe something had happened and you associate that bad experience with holding yourself back in some way, shape, or form. So being able so first you have to recognize it, and you have to like not suppress it. You have to just deal with it, right? You're never going to get over anything unless you just take the time and go through the motions to deal with it, which is one of the hardest things to do, you know, by any means, not easy, but that's where it has to start. You have to recognition, and then you have to just go through the motions to process it all. And then I came across a little thing here that kind of helps you, you know, find like your self-worth or define it. And it says, have a COAL attitude, like a COAL attitude, which means be curious, open, accepting, and loving towards yourself. And those 4 like categories there, which I thought was pretty interesting. You know, the more time we focus on our own happiness, then we can like forward that on to someone else. And then studies have proven the more that people do good for others, the better that they feel about themselves. So
you get that right back from the universe, man.
Full circle, man. So then, you know, going down to like your self-worth, you should be, you're not defined by your actions. You're defined by like your thoughts, or your actions have to equal your words, I guess is a better way to put it. You know, you can talk all kinds of shit like you're the best person, but if you're not actually doing anything, then you're not what you say you are. You know, just be, your actions have to equal words, you know, and you're just acting on principles and purpose, you know, to maintain like your integrity, I guess, throughout, to maintain yourself, like your true self-worth. So just, I guess it's like a deep dive internally. Self-worth is internal, you know, the external shit has very limited value in most cases, and who you are as a person. So I just wanted to bring that to light. And I think all of us struggle with that at some point. You know, I've had my moments, we all have, I'm sure. So.
Yeah, man, like oh, I can't do that, or that's above me, or but really, like, where does that come from? Because like, we're all born out of our mom's box, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And everybody, we're all equal. It's a level playing field, really. Maybe it's a nicer hospital for some people than others, but you're not born any more worthy of things than anybody else. So it's interesting to me that, you know, throughout your life, depending on the circumstances, some people feel like they are worth more than others, and some people feel they're worth less. And that sucks, man. You got to just get fired up about that kind of shit and understand that that's not real. It's intangibles. No one is better than you. Nobody's worth more than you. That's just a feeling. That's a facade. It's not real. I see the other day I was on the way to work, and there was like middle schoolers walking, and there was this chick walking alone, and she was like a bigger girl, and she was carrying like a bunch of shit, like a poster board and a book bag and books and all this different shit. And she had on like, you know, she was a bigger girl. She had on like a bunch of makeup, but it looked like really weird. Like she was trying really hard, you know? Mm-hmm. And I was just thinking, man, like, I'm sure she you know, I'm just guessing here, but just by that snapshot of her, I would bet she's going to go to school and people are going to pick on her, and she's not going to feel good about herself, which is why she's trying all these different stuff to feel like she is worth something. And that fucking sucks, dude. We need more people who not only tell kids, but adults that were those kids, that affect those people to say, like, you know, get involved and say, you don't got to worry about what other people say. It has nothing to do with the outcome of your life. Other people think you look stupid or you are stupid, fucking irrelevant, totally irrelevant to the outcome in your life. And it sucks that there's not enough people that go out of their way to make people like that feel good about themselves. Because what if there were, what if the impact you have is huge? And you might feel like, well, I'm just a so-and-so. I just work in a warehouse, or I just weld all day. That don't mean you don't have a responsibility, in my opinion, to go make somebody feel good about themselves or go help somebody. What if everybody helped 5 people every day and just told people something nice? Like, make that your own responsibility to change other people. The universe is going to give that back to you. You're ultimately going to feel better about yourself for doing it, so you can be selfish and do it. Go tell that girl that she's smart. You know what I mean? Go tell the dude that everybody's picking on, or the guy that's really struggling at work. Go tell him he'll get it. He'll get the hang of it. You'll help him out till he does. You know what I mean? Imagine the impact you would have on that person's life if you just went out of your way for a couple minutes.
Yeah, dude, that you hit it on the head. That's for sure. Like, you can't expect, like, even like when people get older, they have these negative, relationships with things based on things that happen when they're younger, or watching their parents like struggle with money and stuff. So all of a sudden people have a negative relationship with money. Like, they think money's just they say the root of all evil, which it's totally not. Like, you need to change your relationship with these things that are like skewing your actual like thought process towards them, or you're never going to gain any ground. I think it's super important, man, that you gotta be able to recognize internally and reach out to and help other people, man, because there's been a time where you needed that, probably. I know I have, for sure. So it's like hearing that from someone else, just helps you help other people, help each other, help. Be positive, dude. What the fuck's your problem? Get your shit together.
That's right. That's it. That's one way to put it. Light a fire up under somebody's butthole.
At the end of the day, don't be a piece of shit.
Don't be, man. So man, what do you got going on this weekend?
Well, I just got my renewal for my home insurance policy, so I was kind of dude, these things piss me off. Like, every year, they like starts going up like $100, and they attribute it to like, oh, the home's getting older. So, which I get it, but it's like, now I got to go through the motions, which I recommend everyone does, actually. Every year, go like log online, get you there's websites that will blast out your information to all these insurance companies. And then next thing you know, your phone's ringing off the hook, and then you got like 10 different quotes to choose from. And chances are they're way lower than the one that you're working with right now.
Yeah.
You go through the motions, and like, so I just sent an email to my current provider. I was like, look, I got all these options. I like working with you. And I started thinking about that negotiation book that I read. So, put the ball in their court. Like, I have options. I want to work with you. Hopefully you're able to, meet some middle ground here, and just let them deal with it. I know I have options, so I'm not that worried about it. I got nothing to lose. I got only money to gain. That I'm, going with someone else that's lower. Like, it only makes sense. So why would I stay with you?
The amount of times they raise that just a little bit on people, and people don't even balk at it and just pay it.
That's
what I mean? They're making a killing.
Especially when you go the escrow route, where it's built into your mortgage payment. It's like they send the bill directly. You get a notification, but they send the bill directly to the mortgage lender.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden your mortgage goes up, and you're like, what the fuck? And then I got to go through the whole process. So I know it's a pain in the ass, and I'm kind of doing that now, but you got to keep these companies honest, man. Got to call them out. And that's why there's competition.
Oh yeah, it's a free market, baby. My payment went up too, dude. I think the taxes went up, and I don't know what that. I don't vote on nothing. I didn't ask them to pass no levy to raise my shit $60 or whatever it is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if taxes are a little different, and obviously if they're going up, it's gonna affect your payment, but it's also gonna mean that your home value went up. So, or if you were to go to resell it or something. The value, you just gaining equity based on.
Yeah, I'm gonna call them up. I'm gonna say I'm not looking to sell. You can go ahead and lower my shit back down.
Like, I just walked outside, and the house looks exactly the same as when I bought it. So
hey, I don't know if y'all knew, but my house is shitty. And then they'd be like, "Oh, okay, sorry, we'll change that." Start busting out windows and shit. Lucy's like, "What are you doing?"
Then your insurance will go up. So
it's a lose-lose battle. I just gotta fork over that 60 bones or whatever it is, man.
Or you could just be out there dropping a deuce in your driveway, and then the property value will go down. Your neighbor will start moving and shit. Like, this dude just shits in his driveway once a month.
They catch me on Google Earth taking a dump in my driveway.
Looking over at the car coming up. The Google car.
Here's what I got going on this weekend. This is interesting. We have Elliot's first birthday party tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
And I got to tell you, I think we accidentally overbooked it a little bit. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of people coming. And my house ain't that big. So, and it's going to be like 52 degrees. So, motherfuckers better dress warm because we could be out there cornholing in the cold. Boy, maybe I light a fire or something, but
get those finger gloves out.
Yeah, and it's too late to like rent a hall or anything. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just gonna be a tight squeeze. It's gonna get real comfortable up in that mother.
You never know. You might catch them in waves. Like everyone might not come at once. You know.
Yeah. Well, all right, man. I think that's about 15. Yeah. That's it. Well, nice little Friday 15. Know your self-worth. Feel good about yourself. Go make other people feel good about themselves. And then check your insurance, man. Homeowners insurance. They'll get you. Like they're over here getting Drew.
Robbing people, man.
It's ridiculous. It ain't
ethical, man.
No. All right. Well, until next time, look forward to next week's full episode. Keep messing with us. Follow, subscribe, share. Please go check out the new YouTube page for all the Challenger boys. Join the Grow Your Brain group on Facebook. Stay tuned to all our pages because we got a nifty little announcement coming up this week. Since we're way over 1,000 downloads now, we want to do something cool for that. And the product has just arrived.
And if you think about it, please go leave like a review, like on iTunes or whatever platform you're listening to. Yeah. That is super instrumental in like our page getting like found on those platforms. So the more reviews we got, the more it's going to come up in people's searches when they're interested in similar topics like we're discussing, you know, all about mindset and growth related things. So if you can give us a review, be honest, you know, for sure. Obviously we want 5 stars, but hit us with some truth. That way we can improve too if we need to.
Straight up. And if we get a bunch of good reviews on there, I'll maybe even go buy a microphone so my voice sounds good for y'all pretty boys and girls out there listening.
And we may have some giveaways for those reviews. So if we take if you do a review, screenshot it, tag us, post it, put it in your story or whatever, DM us. And we'll put you in the bank for some goodie.
The product has arrived. So until next time, everybody out there, enjoy your weekend. Be positive, be productive on this Friday, and grow your brain a little bit.
That's it. Stay productive and get shit done.